Welcome to In It to Win It. This is Steve Barton, and thank you for tuning in. We are here with G Mining Ventures, Jessie Liu-Ernsting of G Mining Ventures. Thank you for coming back on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you also, too, for your efforts on behalf of shareholders such as myself and the viewers of this channel.
Well, we are really lucky that we enjoy such supportive shareholders like yourself and lots of your viewers that probably also have enjoyed how well our share price has performed over the past well, gosh, ever since we RTO'd, really.
Yeah. Well, it's been an easy double, so keep up the good work. Continue the support. I love it. Okay, let's start out just big picture view for people that haven't heard of you guys. Market cap, cash, and debt.
Yeah, so market cap, we are touching almost $3 billion Canadian now. And we report our financials in US dollars, so it's a little bit confusing, but cash position about 120 US dollars as at the end of September. We haven't announced Q4 yet, so unfortunately I can't give you that information right now.
Okay.
That would be material non-public information, but that is about the same. It's 115 million in debt, and that's partly owed to Franco-Nevada, the term loan that came in to fund the Tocantinzinho project in Brazil, as well as equipment finance to Caterpillar and Sandwich.
Okay, so in market cap in American dollars, most of our audience is American.
Yeah, so about 2.5 billion.
2.5 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the debt that you were quoting, was that in Canadian?
That's in American.
That's in American. So 120 cash, 115 debt.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are the terms of the debt?
So the term loan starts annualizing at the end of this year.
Okay, all right.
Sorry, can I say that again?
Yeah.
So the term loan starts amortizing at the end of this year.
Amortizing at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, and how long is it?
5
years. Okay, and who? Tell us about the team around G Mining.
Yeah, so G Mining was founded by the principals of G Mining Services. We trace our roots back to this family-owned private engineering and construction management company, which was launched by Louis Gignac Sr., who's our current chairman at G Mining Ventures, and as well as an inductee into the Canadian Mining Hall of Fame. So when he sold Cambior to IAMGOLD for $1.5 billion in 2006, he then launched this G Mining Services, the engineering company, through which him and his staff, including his sons, built multiple world-class assets for well-known mining companies such as IAMGOLD, Newmont, and Lundin Gold. And the unique aspect is that they employ this self-perform approach, and using that approach, they've delivered all of those projects on time and on or below budget. So in 2020, after having generated lots of good returns for their clients as an engineering service provider, they decided to launch G Mining Ventures and do it all for themselves and their shareholders, which is you guys.
Yeah. Okay. So they've done projects like this before. They've done projects, this family, the Gignac family, has done projects in high rainfall climates, right?
Yep.
Very tropical.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did again. And
in many cases, low skills, low capacity, doesn't have a mining history. So we've had to go in and train the local workforce. So yeah, to your point, a lot of the challenges of operating in remote areas, our principals have a lot of experience delivering successful projects.
Yeah, this family has become experts in that. Okay, tell us about Oko West. So you guys recently got this, what has it been, about a year now?
No, the deal closed in July.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's not, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they're talking about it. I think Rick and I were talking about it way before that. So anyways, it's only been about 6-7 months. Tell us about that project.
Yeah, so Oko West was one of the most exciting discoveries in the Guyana Shield in recent years, or even just in the gold industry in general. The discovery hole was drilled by Reunion Gold in 2021, and we've kept an eye on the asset as, players in the industry would. And, so in 2024, we initiated conversation with the company and, demonstrated our track record to them and their shareholders that, look, we're the team to build this asset and maximize the value given what you've touched on earlier, Steve, our experience operating in high rainfall, low scale environments, and especially given our experience building mines on the Guyana Shield specifically. So such as the Marion project for Newmont, that was $1 billion, a sticker price. And, the Fruta del Norte project was not in the Guyana Shield, but in Ecuador, also very similar types of challenges. So we really think, we're the team to bring this, highly prospective project into fruition and start pouring gold. So our PEA that we published in September contemplates producing 350,000 ounces per year for 13 years, and all at a pretty low all-in sustaining cost of around 1,000.
That's pretty good when gold is 2,700. Okay, so after that, what I love about this company that I've contemplated selling, and then you guys just keep making the picture bigger. And the next one is CentroGold after Oko West. Tell us about CentroGold.
Yeah, so CentroGold is a project we acquired from BHP Billiton, which closed in December, and it's on the Okorupi gold province. So we're actually going to be renaming it to the Okorupi Exploration Project. And so it's located on almost 2,000 square kilometers of land package, very prospective, along a 85 kilometers greenstone belt. So and there are numerous gold showings, but it's underpinned by a large JORC compliant resource, 1.7 million ounces in measured and indicated, and 0.6 million in inferred categories. So going forward, this quarter, we're going to be publishing a resource conversion, essentially a resource update, and converting it to NI 43-101, and also applying a new gold price deck on that project, just to give people a sense of what we acquired for no upfront cost.
Yeah.
And then going forward, we'll be doing exploration from kind of first principles, analyze the extensive historic exploration database that we inherited, which includes 135,000 meters of drilling that large companies like Oz Minerals have done in the past, and that's a previous project owner. And then evaluate, where are the high priority targets.
Okay, yeah, and the terms of that were 1% royalty that you gave BHP on the first million ounces that come out, and then a 1.5% on everything after that.
Thereafter, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a pretty good deal. So let's from the main project in Brazil, Tocantins. I always miss.
Tocantins.
Thank you.
Easy.
Okay, so proven and probable. How many ounces are we talking?
Just about 2 million.
Okay, about
at 1.3 grams per ton.
Okay, yeah, and my kindergarten method of 1 gram per ton for open pit is pretty easy to follow. And okay, so 1.3. And what do we have at Oko West?
Oko West, we're contemplating dual open pit and underground mining extraction method. So the open pit is about 2 grams per ton, and then the underground is about 3 grams per ton.
Okay. And what do we like? How much do you have?
We have about 5 million ounces.
And that is measured and indicated. Okay. And then in CentroGold, you have 1.7.
JORC compliant.
Still way to go. The 43. What?
That's
okay. All right. Okay. So giant projects, tier 1 assets, potential tier 1 assets in Oko West and CentroGold. And you mentioned off camera that you're changing the name of CentroGold to what?
Okorupi.
Okorupi.
Okorupi, Gurupi.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So if we see that in the future, we know it's the same.
We know it's the same project.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And that's because of that deposit that
gold province is called Okorupi Gold Province.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. And let's see, who owns the company? What is the share structure? Any vested partners? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So firstly, management and board, the insiders are highly aligned with shareholders.
Yeah.
So, as a $3 billion market cap company, and we still own 6% of the company. So we're highly aligned with other shareholders' interests. And our largest shareholder by far is La Mancha out of London, and it's owned by uh, Nadi Sawiris. And he actually came to our grand opening of the TZ Goldmine in October to, show his support. And then Franco-Nevada comes second, and they own about 10% of the company. So Paul Brink also came to the opening ceremony. And below them are really is kind of the who's of the not only the mining specialty funds, but also large generalist funds that perhaps have a mining exposure. So we have, BlackRock, our registry now, First Eagle, Van Eck, Franklin Templeton. We've got T. Rowe Price, who, probably a lot of your viewers have their, retirement savings with. And then some Canadian funds as well, like Invesco and such.
Okay. So what, after all of that, what is the percentage available to retail?
Yeah, a lot of the shares are in the hands of institutions, so we probably have 70% or more in institutional hands, and retail float it's pretty small. It's about 20%.
Okay. 20% for retail. Okay. Fair enough. And let's see, we went over scalability, size. Okay, what is the main unanswered question? What's the biggest question facing G mining that's going to take it to the next level?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are waiting to see how the operation ramps up and continues at Tocantinzinho. They say, okay, well, you have a lot of experience building mines, and now you've demonstrated once again with the successful delivery of TZ on time and on budget. But we'd like to see that you guys truly can operate a low cost mine and generate all of that significant free cash flow, which we're then planning on using it on developing Oko West, right? So I think, people may be waiting for a quarter or two of, earnings reports in order to kind of get that comfort. Uh, and then another, uh, I guess another aspect that people, I'm not sure if your viewers would have picked up on this, but there's a lot of chatter about us qualifying for the indices. So the
Oh,
GDX,
no.
yeah, so the GDXJ, maybe the GDX and S&P, the gold composite
Yeah.
as well. So that would result in about 20 million shares
Yeah.
of demand just in the indices alone, and that's not including the funds that mark their performance to the indices and therefore mirror some of the holdings.
Yeah.
Right. So that's not really a unanswered question. I guess the GDX is a little bit we're sort of on the border because they like to see a bit more free float than perhaps we have.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's sort of an unanswered questions
Yeah.
for a lot of the index analysts.
Okay. How many shares outstanding do you have?
We have 225 million.
Okay, so 20 million is almost 10%.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that would be an
But
awesome.
it's almost I think it's about close to 19% of our average daily volume.
Okay. All right. And
Sorry, not
I was gonna say-
19 times. This in
okay. What could go wrong? What's the biggest risk to G mining that you see?
Man, that's a trick question. You didn't tell me you were gonna ask that. You made it be into it. Well, I mean, one of the questions that investors sometimes ask us is what's happening with Venezuela on the other side of Guyana.
Okay.
Because, obviously a significant um, part of our upcoming growth is from Guyana,
Yeah.
right? We're producing 175,000 in Brazil, and then Guyana is expected to be 350. So that's a large part of our NAV. And I mean, American, tell me, would anyone let Exxon's investment and all that oil supply, be at risk, right? Um, so we think it's probably a low likelihood, high risk but low likelihood event.
Is it?
And yeah, and so we have comfort investing in Guyana.
Okay, that's an authentic and that's an authentic answer. Thank you very much, Jesse. Okay, if anyone who hasn't heard of your company, I know most of my listeners have because I bring it up every week. Where can they follow G Mining, and how can they get a hold of you?
Oh yeah, so you can reach me personally at ir@gmin.gold. So ir@gmin.gold. That's our ticker and the commodity we produce. And also we're very active on all of the social media channels. So follow us on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Everywhere that people disseminate information these days, we're active on.
Okay, and that's the answer for a $2.5 billion company. You want to be able to get a hold of the person for IR, and that is Jesse. Jesse, thank you very much for coming on the show. It's always a pleasure.
Having me.
Thank you, and thank you for tuning in. Be sure to support the show and share this with anyone that you think needs to hear it. It's probably your buddy that can't stop talking about tech stocks. You have yourself a great rest of the day, and we will talk to you next time.